Hello, it is Jacinta Mpali in Canada. And in this recording, I'm going to share my take on why people hate you. And the question is, why do you think people hate you? And I'm going to give you my 3 points, my three analyses that reflect on that question, and then give you three tips that can help you to stop people hating you or going through these experiences once and for all, or any other negative experiences that you might be going through that make you believe isolated, rejected, or out of place. Okay, so let's go back to the question. Why do you think people hate you? To begin with, people cannot hate you. Okay? Hate is a very, very strong word. Now let's begin with you. When you perceive that someone is hating you, when you perceive that someone has acted or reacted or said something that makes you feel hated, you are the perceiver, you are the experiencer, you are the projector of that movie, of that story, of that experience. That person has nothing to do with it. It's you thinking that thought. It's you contemplating, analyzing, and digesting, reflecting, and concluding on their actions as hatred. It's you confirming and creating their reactions into hatred. Now, there are a few things here. Number one, you never perceive or experience anything that is new to you, that does not reflect on something, a story, a memory, or some trigger within you that is projecting that experience. Simplified. Anything that you experience out of yourself is just mirroring something that is within you. If you don't perceive something, that thing doesn't exist. That thing is null and void in your experience. But you get attracted or triggered by an experience or something because there is a story, there is something within you that is captivated by that thing out of you. And so you start projecting your perception, your story, your analysis on this thing. It's more simplified. Let me give you an example. For instance, a drum. A drum will always bring out a sound. But that sound, the sound it brings out, depends on two things: the drummer and the sticks that are used, and the rhythm of the drummer. However, the sound is in the drum. The drummer and the drumsticks don't make the sound. No, they reveal the sound that is already in the drum. Meaning that when you marry, when you adapt this explanation on your thoughts and concepts that someone hates you, it also means that, let's imagine you're the drum. So they drummed you, they hit you in a certain way, which revealed that sound, which revealed that concept, that perception that they hate you. They triggered something within you. You already had thoughts of hatred. You already recognized hatred within you. More simplified. Let's imagine that you're looking in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, what you see is who you are, nothing more. Maybe the mirror would, some mirrors are good at deforming or restructuring or making you a little bit bigger or smaller. Some mirrors are good at doing that. But still, the image in front of you, the image in the mirror is you. Meaning that any experience out of you is an experience that is reflecting on what is already going on within you. It's like you're showing up in these experiences. You're playing a part in all these experiences to show you what's going on in the world. So if you want things to change out of your outer world, then change what's going on in your inner world so that you project, you only perceive what's going on in your inner world. And I'm not saying that hateful people and angry people will stop existing because you've changed. No, they will not. But you will only be able to look for, search for, unconsciously search for and project that which is similar to what is within you. So if someone is angry or hateful, you won't even recognize them because there is nothing within you that triggers, that brings out that sound, if I relate you to a drum, or that brings out that projection, that perception that you're being hated. Okay, so now let's turn the tables. Them. like I said, everything that they do, their experiences, their behavior is none of your business. So if they act in a certain way that is hurtful or angry or unpleasant or makes you feel uncomfortable, they are doing themselves. That is the sound in their drum. That is what's going on inside. That's what is going on inside. They've probably you've triggered your presence or your words or just even you being there or your energy has triggered the anger or something within them, so they project that. So you're mirroring each other. We are all mirrors of each other. You're mirroring. We are always mirroring each other. We are always telling each other what we need to work on. We are always telling each other what we need to change or what we need to promote. So the human race, we vibrationally, actually practically show each other what about us needs to change, what about us needs to be rectified or healed or promoted. Now, how did I come up with that conclusion? Well, I went through rejection, and if I say rejection, trust me, it was rejection because it went as far as racism, discrimination, prejudice, stereotyping, isolation. And this experience was so ugly that, first of all, there was something within me that attracted that. I recognized it. I digested it. I personalized it. I owned it. And I moved around with that information, with those triggers in my conscious mind, in my energy bodies. So that's the energy that I put out. Reject me, reject me. I mean, I went on. I quit that job and went to another job. They still did the same thing. Years later, I joined organizations and they still isolated me because of my accent, because of my skin color. People continued to push me to the edge, push me to the wall, and make me feel different and make me feel ugly. I remember one person saying that you will never be a speaker because of your accent. Other people say you're really ugly because you're so dark, and all these other things. But now it brought me to an understanding that they are doing themselves. Their stories have nothing to do with me. They probably went through certain things and they have stories and beliefs that are already existing within them. And my vibration, my appearance, my accent triggers those memories. So what I had to do, of course, as I was led by a mentor, a coach, a spiritual coach who really helped me, the late Anna Margaret, rest her soul in peace. She told me, Jacinta, all these problems, all these challenges you're experiencing in your outer world as rejection and racism are only reflecting on what is in your vibration, are only reflecting on what's within you. So there is something within you that is projecting those experiences. So go within. Identify those stories and the root causes of those stories and let them go. And that's what I did. And why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because if you're going through similar experiences, let me tell you this. If you don't take control of your inner world, the whole of it, if you don't sit down with yourself to meet yourself and see where these stories are coming from, where the root causes are coming from, and also connect to your spirit, because you remember we are not only mind, we are not only bodies, but we also have a spirit. Sometimes you have to go beyond what you know and you have to connect to parts of you. For instance, your spirit. Ask your spirit, I don't know what is within me that is projecting and attracting all this negativity, this toughness, this discrimination, and this isolation. I need you to help me so that I can identify the root causes and then let them go. Now, it might not be as easy, especially if you've been telling yourself this story for years. It might not be as easy for you to even go beyond the obstacles. I meditate a lot, but in those early days when I was dealing with all those negative experiences, I would meditate for an hour and I would never go beyond a particular point to go to the other side, to tap into the information I needed, to tap into that part of me that knew the answers. So I had to get a coach, I had to get a spiritual counselor, I had to do a lot of work with myself so that I broke that boundary within myself and met myself. And the part of me told me, hey, listen, this is what is going on. This is what happened when you were a kid and all that. And then I detached my subconscious contract. I resolved my resonance, I detached, I accepted and let all that go. And then started building a new story. So I invite you, number one, take time with yourself. Meet yourself. Take time to meet yourself. Spend time with yourself in meditation. Go beyond the flow. If you meditate for an hour, start meditating for 1 hour and a half so that you really search, especially if you're going through a hard time, so that you really search beyond. The answers are within you. And also invest in yourself. We have a tendency of saying, oh, I don't have money, I have to do this, I have to do that. But there is nothing more important as you. You're the most important asset in your life. So I invite you to invest in yourself. Look for a coach, life coach, spiritual counselor, wherever. I am one of those, I can help you. But if you don't feel obliged, all I'm asking you, all I'm suggesting is, if you are so sick and tired of being sick and tired, just like one of those gurus said, then become so sick and seek for solutions. Do things that you haven't done before. Now, I have a seminar that is happening next year, February 10th, 2018. It's a full day seminar where I'm going to help my attendees meet themselves, talk to themselves and find out what is within them that is blocking love, blocking money, blocking expansion and progress. I will help you. We will work together to help you meet yourself, to help you tap into your inner resources so that you can go beyond the bondages and blockages you built in your mind, so that you can find yourself, so that you can tap into the whole of you, so that you can show up as the whole of you in the world, with experiences that are more promising, more peaceful, more joyful, and more creative. Now, in the interim, I hope you have an amazing holiday season. I know you will have an amazing new year. And if you're interested in attending my seminar, which is coming up February the 10th, 2018, or even just interested in my coaching services or spiritual counseling services, please click on the link somewhere here below. I will leave it in the comments. And until then, I'm sending you God's love and light.